Jake Paul had been knocked clean out for his millions.
Just to introduce then to you, this is Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith, you might not have heard a lot about Jimmy, only for the fact that he's making his debut for Frank Warren on the 25th of March on the undercard of Nathan Healy and Jack Flatley. Very, very talented kid. Take a look at him. Not being funny, but I wouldn't like to take one of them left hands, mate. So just let's talk about you then. So you were an absolutely unbelievable amateur. You haven't lost for about 100 years. I want to know about this. So tell us about what you achieved in the amateurs, and how long has it you've been unbeaten for now?
Well, I've been in the boxing game since I've been 9, 8 years old, been dropped off in boxing gyms. I've won everything there is to win in amateur boxing in Britain. So I've won the national 6 times in a row. I haven't lost since being 12, 13, and I'm on about 30 fight win streak. I've only lost bouts.
How many?
I've only lost about 4 or 5 bouts.
Really? Out of how many?
Out of about 48, 49.
Wow. Okay. And as far as kind of achievements, you've internationally, how did that go?
I boxed international twice. I went to 2 Europeans for England, and just drew short by Ukraine twice. I got to the quarterfinals, just drew short.
And then fell into a Ukrainian. Well, that's not ideal then, is it? That's like jumping into a Cuban or something. So what kind of got you into boxing then? So it sounds to me that you started from a really young age. So what kind of got you into boxing in the first place?
Just loved boxing ever since I was little, watched it all the time. Been holding my hands up shadowboxing around the room since a kid. So obviously my dad had no other choice to chuck me in a boxing gym. And here I am now.
Fantastic. So are you still 18? How old are you now?
Still 18, yeah.
So you're 18 years of age, which is incredible.
Still a baby.
Yeah, you're absolutely are, mate. Yeah, I mean, when I was at 18, I couldn't think of anything more scary than going onto a stage like you will be in Telford on the 25th of March. How did you feel when you got the call or were approached by Frank Warren? I mean, you must have been overjoyed. Tell me about that.
Oh, it was unbelievable. He's been the top promoter for years now, and all I've ever wanted to do since being a kid is turn pro. So I'm glad he took me on, especially at a young age as well. 18-year-old, you don't see many turn pro at my age. And to be honest with you, obviously there's loads of promoters out there, but I wanted Frank. Frank will look after you.
Because at times there may be a part where you might feel like going fast because you're going to go into fighting people realistically that you wouldn't have fought you for the last 5 years, probably more. Do you know, with the journeyman, and no disrespect to the journeyman, but there's a level to this. I mean, how's camp gone?
Oh, camp's been best camp I've been. It's been different though from the amateur training camps. Obviously, the pros you got to sit down on your punches a lot more. Whereas in the amateurs you're tapping, trying to outpoint the other person. Now you're sitting down on them trying to hurt someone now, really, aren't you? So I've been in box mat elite 3 times a week and in BCB, get me used to things.
So obviously there is a big difference on the the whole amateur style to the pros. There is a big difference. Like you've just said there, you need to sit down on your punches. It is different. How are you finding the transition?
I find it very good, to be honest. I'm picking up fast. I'm a fast learner. Really, it is getting used to it. Obviously, it was a bit funny at the start, but I think I'm transitioning very well, and I think you'll see it on the 25th as well.
So it's hard to ask you this really at the start of your career, but who do you feel you can be as good as?
I think I can be as good as any of the top ones. I wouldn't be in the sport if I didn't think I was good enough to beat anyone I get in the ring with, to be honest with you. I think I can go all the way to the top. And I know everyone says it, and I'm only young, but I take my time. I will be at the top.
Fantastic. So, you as a person, who's your boxing hero?
I've never really had a boxing hero. I've liked loads of fighters, but the one who I watched the most, probably what everyone says, is he's entertaining. Prince Azim, he was the best, most entertaining. And he was the backflips, the punch, and the dance, and he was good, wasn't he?
He was absolutely unreal. He really was. So I want to talk to you about what's happening in the world of boxing at the moment. And by the way, everybody watching, make sure you keep your comments coming in. Much appreciated. If you're over on YouTube, hope everybody's well. Please like and subscribe and press the bell. Now, people are getting a bit annoyed about this. With the influencer boxers, the Jake Pauls and I mean, Tommy is a pro boxer, but still he's very much an influencer. The Idris Virgos, all these porn stars and all this stuff happening now. How annoying is that for you as a young, talented prospect coming through? How annoying is it for you that they are making millions in like the second fight, and you've been doing this all your life, 6 times national champion, and you won't get paid anywhere near that? Surely that's got to be annoying.
Yeah, obviously, as you say, like it is a bit annoying now how much they're getting paid on the first and second fights and getting headlining all these shows in Dubai and making more money than people will ever see in their lifetime. But they're bringing some eyes to boxing, or they're bringing new eyes to it. They're getting everyone into it. They're getting loads of views. And to be honest with you, if one of them want to fight me for the millions, I'll take one of them straight out of the game.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon you box their head off?
Jake Paul would be knocked clean out for his millions.
No surrender.
No surrender. It wouldn't be going past one. He'd be out.
Absolutely love it. Let's go to some of the fans. So we've got Gary Benson coming in. Good lad, Jim. You're going to go all the way, son. Brilliant. This is an interesting one from Tommy Smith, who we were speaking to a little bit earlier. He was on the live stream, and I sent him a message to say if I want to see him, because he's like a lovely bloke. When I see him, if he sees me on the 25th of March, which he probably will. I'm not exactly easy to miss. And then I'll buy him a beer. So, Tommy, thanks for that. Jim's uncle Jacob Smith beat Naz as an amateur. Wow, really?
Yeah,
wow.
They had 4 or 5 bouts, and I think he won 1 or 2. It's in his life story. You can get his book up. Nazim's life story. It says his hardest fight was from a gypsy kid from travelling stock. He beat him. He beat Naz as an amateur. I think they were only 16, 15 though, but
still, I mean, he was a beast at then, to be fair. So look, John Very Jr. Let's have a look at this. He's a good lad. He'll go all the way from Billy Nicholson. Cheers, Billy, for your comment, mate. And John Very Jr., nice guy, Jim is. Done a few rounds with him myself. So, Jim, where are we going to end up? Are we going to be a multiple weight world champion? What are we going to be?
Well, that's the dream, and that's the dream to be multi-weight world champion, but I wouldn't be in the sport of boxing if I didn't think I could at least get a world title. That is my aim. I know some people say he's 18, he's young, and he's just talking, but I wouldn't be in boxing. I'd rather go out to work and have an everyday life if I didn't think I could get a world title.
It's a hell of a statement. Jim, really appreciate your time, my friend. I can't wait to follow your career. Fingers crossed I see you on the 25th in Telford, and I wish you all the best. And I actually know you're fighting MJ, aren't you? Matt Hall. Yeah. I know MJ really well. He's a lovely bloke, really well, but he's also tough as nails. So you've got a job on your hands if you want to try and stop that kid. Confident of?
Well, I've got a job, have I?
Yeah, he's a tough bugger. I tell you, if you look at him, he looks like he reminds me of. He'll probably laugh at this, but he reminds me of Stuart Little. Yeah, have you ever seen Stuart Little, the guy with the glasses? Yeah, mate, he's rock hard. So stop him. You tell you what, you make a hell of a statement, mate.
Yeah, well, he hasn't boxed me yet, as we, so we'll see.
Let's go, champ. Brilliant. Thanks for coming on the show, and thanks for all the comments coming in from your family and friends. Cheers, Jim. Bosh.